Hey guys, it's Nelly here, coming at you with another video. This time it's for Jose's channel. You might have seen me from the Las Vegas vlog that we did, where I was one of Jose's teammates. But I just wanted to do this video for y'all. I just came back from the OTS. I got undefeated in Swiss. I just want to show y'all the video or the deck profile for it. I was playing Runick stun, and I think I did fairly well against the meta. And yeah, just want to see y'all. I just want to see if you guys had some feedback, and yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy the video. All right, let's get started. So obviously we only play two monsters, the two Amano Iwatos. A lot of people playing Inspector Border, but this is just infinitely better going second. A lot of the folks they'll have a lot of like links or XCs or synchros or what have you, but this just shuts it all down as opposed to Border. Obviously the main card for this deck, the Runick Fountain. This card is so good. As you can see from my deck list, I play a lot of cards that'll try to get to it. Even after the Hugin, there's still cards that'll try to get to this card just because it's that crucial to your strategy. Standard ratios for my Runick spells: we've got 3 tip, 3 curses, 3 flashing fires, 3 destructions, 3 slumber, and the 1 droplets. Now a lot of people are omitting the droplets. They're just playing Smiting Storm, or they're not playing either. I think the droplets is really crucial. A lot of folks, when they play against a Runick stun, they'll try to not play anything at all. They'll pass, and they'll just pass turn, and then after enough turns have passed, then they have the hand that they want. Then they'll try to OTK you. The only interaction points that you have if you don't play droplets in that strategy is tip and slumber. Those are the only things you can do to banish cards from their deck. That's why you play droplets to try to prevent them from doing that strategy. But yeah, also it's just another way to get to your Hugin and whatnot. So the more Runick spells, obviously, the more consistent your deck is. So I think it's crucial to have that. We play 3 time tearing Morganite. I see a lot of deck profiles saying the standard ratio is 2, but I think resolving this is actually really important. Like it's super cool because the only every time you survive, your advantage just grows that much bigger. And the thing is, every time you draw a Runick, the Runick extra deck monsters are really powerful in the sense that they help you survive. Like for example, you have Sleep Near that banishes. You have Gary that pretty much eliminates 2 attacks, right? So in my opinion, I think this is a 3 of, just because, I mean, even when I first read this card, I'm like, this is darn strong, you know? So you gotta have it at 3, and even if you draw 2, I mean, hey, you discard a lot in this deck. So it's never a bad thing to have 3 time tearing Morganites. We play 3 duality. I was experimenting with Pot of Prosperity just because I really didn't like the restriction special summon restriction that this puts on you, because a lot of times, sometimes you have to special summon. But I think duality is fine right now. It performed quite well in the tournament, and yeah, I think it's fine. Prosperity is worth testing, but so far this is okay. My favorite card in the deck, 3 main deck lockdown. This card is so darn good. It shuts down most of the meta decks, even the rogue decks. I mean, if your deck can play this, play it. I mean, I'm not recommending it in the main, just because I know it's quite controversial. I don't really see a lot of people maining this, but this card is so good. And I mean, for Runicks, the only time you're searching with your Runick spells is if you're using tip. The rest of the time you're drawing, right? And this will let you draw. And this just lets you survive, man. Like I've seen a lot of folks that when they see this go up, they read it and then they're like, okay, I have to try to do everything I can to try to get rid of this. So they'll summon like Phoenix, they'll summon like SP to try to get rid of it. But I mean, you have cards that can prevent. You have extra deck cards that can prevent targeting, and you have cards that can prevent destruction, like Hugin. So yeah, this card is really crucial. 2 Messenger of Peace. I didn't think this card was that important before, and I wasn't playing for Vegas. Big mistake, because this card is really good. My theory behind it at first, why I didn't play it, was like, well, it's a battle protection card, and we're never even gonna make it to battle. And there's so many cards that get rid of this, like for example, Phoenix, Hugin, Kieran, yada yada yada. You'll never be able to take advantage of the battle protection this card provides. But this in tandem with other floodgates is just correct. The mistake I made in Vegas is I didn't play this card, and I had this cash player on the skill drain, some like all these rivalries, all these other rivalries for a little bit, just because he had the warrior up. But I mean, he was under all these floodgates and he was still killing me just because my Runick kept dying, Runick monsters kept dying, and then he was just able to attack. And that same player I was on Dueling Book, and a branded player just was able to kill me because their monster was so big. You need to play this. Like it's absolutely necessary. I mean, there is the option of scrub rate too, but I don't like pitching cards in this deck. I understand that it ends the whole battle phase, but most of the time this is enough. I mean, even if you activate and special summon one Runick, monster from the extra deck, if you just summon Munin in defense, that's usually like enough to deter battle phase. Usually, in my experience. Like I said before, I have a lot of stuff that gets to Fountain just because Fountain I feel like is important. I mean, Konami should have limited that card. It's really good. I play one Terraforming. This card is, I mean, Fountain is just way too good. You have to get to it. A lot of people, the argument people make is that, hey, you have all these cards that summon Hugin that get to Fountain. That are like, oh, then now you have 16 Runick spells, so now you have 16 Fountains, like ways to get to Fountain. But no, that's not the case, because the second that Hugin gets impermed or ashed, like you're kind of cooked. So you kind of need to play cards like this that allow you to get to your Fountain more reliably, of course. And obviously you play one card of Demise. I don't like the spell summon restriction, but hey, it's a draw 3, right? This card is really good. Saved me a lot of games just because the draw 3 is so valuable, and Runick, once they get going, they keep going, you know. For the Floodgate traps, we play 3 skill drains. This card I've always considered to be one of the most broken floodgates. I don't know why they put it to 3 because it's so strong. But yeah, this is just an absolute must. You need to play it in every stun deck. Oh, of course, unless you're playing the Fossil Dyna stun deck, that's a little bit different. We play 2 soul drains. Shuts down a lot of stuff. Now, I was misled for this event. I was under the impression that there would be Floundries players. That was not the case. I didn't face any Floundries, and I didn't even see any Floundries. And that's because they went to a different OTS, so I was stuck maining these. These were actually originally DiFis, but I must admit these are better. I'm glad that I made the choice, because these affect the banished as well. And it's just really crucial if you're up against, like, for example, Unchained or like Flu, obviously, like even Branded, right? A lot of these decks, they still play under DiFi, but they get hit significantly harder with Soul Drain. So I'm glad I played like this. I mean, in my opinion, the only advantage for DiFi is if you're going first and you activate DiFi, you can prevent certain hand traps like a Droll or Veiler. But I mean, I do all my stuff in draw phase anyway, so I mean, Soul Drain is actually really powerful in the main. Obviously, the one rivalries, we don't play Tigaboo, we don't play Gozen, unnecessary. Rivalries is the only one, just because you see the top decks in this meta get hit quite hard with rivalries. Yeah, the only decks I can think of is like Purely or Cash. Not that those are top decks anymore, but like yeah, the top decks Voice, Stick Out Fire King, they get really hit hard with this. And I've won so many games against Stick Out Fire King where even if I'm going second, as long as I do this, they don't have an inherent spell and trap negate. It's clearly board, and then obviously it's a grind from them, and then I just you are grind most decks with his Runick Stun after all. Obviously the one metaverse, like I was saying, you need to get to your fountain. I'm maining it just because I want more ways to have fountain. Theoretically you can side it just because it is a going first card, but it didn't hurt at all, in my opinion. So that is the main deck, folks. The extra deck, we play obviously the 3 Hugin. 2 is fine debatably, just because it does recur itself back, but I mean the target protection is really good. Had a lot of folks try to stop my floodgates with a Kieran or a Phoenix, but Hugin was able to save them, so I think 3 is the correct ratio. 3 Gary's darn powerful. I mean, you stop 2 attacks with it, which is nice. You know, 1 attack dead, this one pops the other attacking monster, so it helps you survive. And then yeah, it's just really powerful. Like sometimes they'll just even hesitate to attack just because they don't want to lose a certain card, right? So yeah, this is really nice. Not to mention it's level 4, so it allows you to get into a rank 4 package, just like I'll show you later, with Amana Wado. Play 2 Munin. This is really good. Sometimes when I have Fountain up, I'll just preemptively just summon Munin, just because a lot of folks are playing Cosmic Cyclone. I rarely see folks playing Feather Duster now, or the Lightning Storm. So this is just ultimately better to add on. You get 1,000, and then you get the target protection, which is really nice. And not to mention 2,000 defense. If you have Messenger Piece up, it's just that much better. And then of course we're not forgetting the 1 Sleep Bear. This card is crazy. Helps you survive in battle. Not to mention, I was doing a lot of funny plays when I see them only have 2 monsters. Sometimes when I'll have Rivalry set, they go battle, I'm like, oh, Sleep Bear. I'll banish the one they don't want to keep, or banish the one they want to keep, the type wise, and then I'll flip Rivalries, and then they're just stuck with the one they don't want. Like I did that against NYCS Vegas. Guy was running Rise Heart and Cashier Fenrir. I'm like this, banish the Fenrir, I flip this, they're stuck with Rise Heart, and the Fenrir doesn't come back, this comes back, and I mean, yeah, it was just game from then. So really clutch. There you are. Okay, and then what else here? Oh yeah, XYZs. We play 2 Typhoons. Typhoon's just crazy. I mean, it's a floodgate in and of itself. It helps with them not being able to trigger some stuff. For example, Flamberge, right? They can't trigger Flamberge. Just really good. Can summon with any monster. So you just summon a Runick monster and you just go into this. Everyone knows how good this card is. I need to explain. We got 1 Cowboy. I play this in those very dire stress time situations. This is stun deck after all. Sometimes people don't scoop immediately. Even if you have like 5 floodgates up and you're at a significant advantage, they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna keep playing. I think I can still win this. Like, no, you're not. And in those cases, you get into time. If it gets so dire that you can't even get to the end phase, like this is a-okay. Very situational. Never use it yet, but it's there. One Baguska is really good. There's a lot of decks that falter to it. One I can think of is a Cash Sierra or Branded, right? Voiceless Voice, I think, even would lose to this. Yeah, it's just a troublesome card. Kind of Spice, we play Exit Tonight. There's weird scenarios where this comes up. For example, I was playing this Exo Sister player. I almost summoned a mono, turned off his XYZ, had a bunch of back row. I was like, response, he had nothing. I activated Runick spell, go Gary, and then he's like, okay, maybe I'll just wait till like something happens. And then I immediately go into Exiton, use effect, and just blow up the whole board. He can't tag out with the big Exo Sister boss monster, so I just won from then. And last one, no surprise, this card is really good. You need it in every deck. The reason I stopped playing Salads is because I couldn't have found a way to reliably keep using this card. But this is the best XYZ card, I mean sorry, Link Monster card in the game, just because I mean it's super generic, right? So that's that. lastly, we got the side deck. We got the side deck. We played 3 golems. I was under the impression initially, just because I didn't really practice, that these were good against Fire King Snake Eye, and they are not good against Fire King Snake Eye. I mean, the Flamberge comes back, they start summoning stuff, and I mean, they just continue popping off. And even against Voice's Voice, not the end of the world for them, but it's there. So basically, I don't really side these in for those decks, but it's there for like weird matchups, like for example Branded or I would say Kashtira, where it is crucial to get rid of 2 monsters and most of the time game ending. 3 Cosmic Cyclones. You need to play this. I was doing this one play against Snake Eye Fire King where I have a mono. There was something on mono. Turns off all their monster effects. I go Cosmic, clear the Fire King Island. Fire King Island mandatory effect clears their whole board. And then because the mono's on the field, they can't activate any of the monster effects, which is really clean. Won me a game. But yeah, Cosmics just need to be played. There's so many continuous spells, field spells, even Mirror, right? You need to play it. Summon Limit. It's really good. Obviously against Snake Eye Fire King, but against other decks as well. A lot of the trope nowadays is go summon Anima or Linkariba or stuff, and hey, that'll be the second summon. So it's really good in that aspect. We play 3 bribes. I want to play Judgments, but time is an issue in this game, and I'm playing a slow deck, so I need to play something that does not lose life points. Dark Bribe. I would switch it for Judgment though, obviously, if I could, but it's just when you're playing in a competitive setting, you need to prioritize life points. I know we have 3 evenlies. This card I didn't really think is that good, but it's there for niche matchups. Obviously, if I'm facing another stun deck, or if I'm facing Branded, or if I'm facing Cash, if I'm facing Flu, it's for a lot of those decks. I think a lot of the newer competitive decks, they have ways around it, but it's just there because other decks exist, right? Even though we're in a tier 0 format. And yeah, that is my OTS deck that I played. It's very similar to my Vegas deck, but I did make a few tweaks and changes. Yeah, I feel like this deck is really good, especially against the Snake Eye Fire Kings and the Voice's Voice. Even if you lose die roll, which I was losing the die roll a lot, it's just really good just because I'm on auto. The Runick cards are inherently strong, going second as well. And it's just yeah, it's just I don't have too much of a hard time going second. It's hard though because you don't play hand traps, so you always have to play against established boards. But and these new decks now are so consistent that it's not like back in the day where your opponent could break it, and you know, now you only have to play against a semi board. Now is everyone's making full board, so yeah, it's a little bit hard, but as long as you know how to navigate with the cards that you have, like, it should be fine. Will I keep playing this deck, or will I play meta? I think for now, due to budget restriction, I will have to keep playing this deck. I don't really want to. Trust me, I don't want to be a strong player, but I haven't really invested much to Yu-Gi-Oh! As of late, so I think for now I have to stick with this deck. But hey, this deck has a chance. I mean, I did pretty decent at the OTS, so I think we're gonna continue with it, and we'll see where it goes. You know, as long as you have the proper floodgates for the meta, right? You should be okay. And yeah, make sure to subscribe to my boy Jose, whose YouTube's gonna be down below. And yeah, this is Nelly signing out. I'll see y'all later. Let me know y'all have any feedback or whatnot, and peace.